Good morning, guys, and welcome to another sneaked in WWW. I know last week I said that we were done, but I'm actually doing something different today, so I thought I'd share it with you. So this is the hat that I'm working on currently for the wool needles hands, whichever way that 3 words go podcast. She does a year-long hat knit along, and this month's challenge was to design your own pattern. So what I have done here is I have taken basically the idea behind the cable from the Julie cardigan that I was making earlier this year and trying to design a hat pattern that incorporates one of those basic cables. So I want to call this either my upwards down or downwards up cable crochet beanie, because we are trying to make an up pointing cable, but we're working in down and in the round. So I just thought that was kind of a fun little thing there, and I tried to pull the light out here so that you could kind of see with the shadows the cable here, and I just have it on this one little cable here. It's an 8-stitch cable, so we have just front post stitches basically are being worked so that we have that cable right here. And this is yarn, this is Chamonix yarn that I had gotten from the Premier, what do you call that? The sale that Becky went to, and she had picked this up for me. I had asked her to see, I didn't know how they were going to sell it, so I said I would like 7 balls of this in, I had 2 different colors, and this was, they had this color, which I believe is plum, that they did have available. Sorry for the babies, apparently they have gone crazy. But this is the plum color, I think. And I had asked if she could get 7 in that color, and they were in sets of 3, so I have 9 total, and therefore I figured I had enough to try this hat pattern with that same yarn. And guys, I'm gonna have to go because we got screaming. But yeah, so that's what I am working on today. Okay guys, so again, it's the next morning, and this is what I got done yesterday. Probably doesn't look too much progress was made, but I finished the cable, and now I'm just going to do a basic brim. I'm going to do about, I think, a row of single crochet, and then I'm going to do probably 4 to 6 rounds of alternating front loop and back loop single crochets, like 2 by 2 probably. I just kind of want to give it a ribbed look without being actually ribbed, because that will take, you know, cinch it in, and I don't want it to really come in. So that is where we are. I'm planning on finishing that today, since today is the 31st. I didn't get more progress done on the brim part last night because it was our trick-or-treat night, because in the Des Moines metro area they have what is called Beggar's Night, because I don't even remember when it stemmed back from. I know they've covered it other years, but I didn't hear them cover it this year. Because of the violence and things that happen on Halloween night, they decided to move their trick-or-treat night to the night before so that the kids were off the street for actual Halloween night. So that's why we do ours on the 30th instead of the 31st. Okay guys, as you can see, I did actually get the hat finished. I know that's kind of something I say for the podcast, but since I'm not sure when I'll get to podcast, I figured I'd just sneak you in here a picture of the picture I posted for Ravelry. And I wanted to make a little note here at the end of this little video and ask for some help. The November challenge, if I remember correctly, is a vintage hat. And I don't remember if it needed to be 20 or 30 years old, but I believe it needed to be a copyright written pattern, and my problem with that is that those are not accessible to me. And my ability to have family actually help me with stuff is kind of limited. So my hand is extended here that one of you could help me with a older pattern. I might even be able to find one if you had issues with the fact that I need to purchase it. But I have a lot of magazines and things, so chances are I have something similar. But yeah, if someone here wouldn't mind, like, either sending me a text copy of a copyrighted older pattern, or, you know, something available that I could, even if you want to read me, I mean, I have Zoom. We could get on Zoom and I can totally whip up a hat while we're chatting in Zoom or something. I'm just trying to find a way to actually do this challenge. I mean, I would be more than willing to go to the library and check out a book. Of course, the problem with that is that they like to get rid of books that aren't being checked out. So getting a book that is copyrighted that old might be kind of hard luck. But I'm more than willing to have the patterns. It's just, yeah, I want to say it was a 30-year copyright. It might have only been 20. I know Etsy considers vintage 20 years. That just runs me into that issue where things weren't being put online at that time, so they're kind of inaccessible for me. So if someone out there would really like to help me, I'd really truly appreciate it, because I'd really like to be able to fulfill all the month challenges, since this is the only month that I will have an issue with. Anyways, guys, if you like these weekly whip videos, I can't promise there will be another one this year, but if you want to stay tuned for further content, I'd appreciate it if you'd hook the like button and subscribe. Talk to you later, guys.